Hello guys, welcome to NEET Botany Sucharita. Many of us limit ourselves by hearting the NCRT lines so that we'll lose our marks. And many times I told you that the botany is conceptual learning, conceptual understanding, just like your physics. So let's start. The very important thing, you know that learn more about the chloroplast, know more about the chloroplast to make the photosynthesis easy. So let us say here, the first thing is the photosynthesis is going to occur in two steps. One is light reaction, another one is dark reaction. Dark reaction. My question for you is, both does these two reaction occurs inside the chloroplast, or light will occurs inside the chloroplast and dark does it occurs outside the chloroplast? Means both light and dark reaction is going to take place inside the chloroplast. Yes, they're going to take place inside the chloroplast. Right. So now let us start here. So let's start. The chloroplast is double membrane bounded organelle. Yes. So this is outer membrane and this is inner membrane. And in between this two outer and inner membrane, yes, between outer and inner membrane, there is presence of intermembrane space. Yes, let's say there is presence of which space? Intermembrane space. Yes, so there is presence of intermembrane space. This is intermembrane space. So now next one. Here inside this there is a proteinaceous colloidal substance is there. Yes, proteinaceous colloidal substance is there. Yes, I'm just going to mark here. This proteinaceous colloidal substance, right, is nothing but stroma or matrix. Don't forget this point. This proteinaceous colloidal substance which are having so many enzymes, so to perform light reaction or dark reaction, please tell me. There are so many enzymes are there inside the matrix to perform dark reaction. So let us break the myth. Let us break all the myths today. So I'm going to show you here. No need to worry, I'm here with you. So let's say, so this yellow portion which I'm going to mark here is stroma or matrix. Don't forget, because stroma otherwise called as matrix. Yes, stroma or matrix. Yes. So what are the things that are present inside the chloroplast? What are the things that are present inside the chloroplast? I'll tell you. One, there is presence of circular double-stranded DNA. So there is presence of one thing, circular double-stranded DNA. Circular double-stranded DNA. Yes. Another one, there is presence of RNA. Yes, there is presence of RNA. Let me write here, there is presence of RNA, right? Along with that, so you know that RNA is of three types. One is messenger RNA, another one is tRNA, another one is ribosomal RNA. So let me write all the points, don't worry. One, what are the three types of RNAs there? One is messenger RNA. Another one, two, it's all about transverse RNA. Another one is ribosomal RNA. Right? So now let us say this ribosomal RNA. So this ribosomal RNA, I'll write here. The ribosomal RNA, so is nothing but 70 S ribosomes are present in along with that, 70 S ribosomes are present here. Yes. So let me just say there is presence of 70 S ribosomes are there inside the chloroplast. So what are the things are present inside the chloroplast? So ribosomal RNA means 70S ribosomes. RNA, I'll just help you to do this. RNA plus proteins, some of the proteins together gives you 70S RNA. So just go with this. rRNA plus some of the proteins are going to give you 70S ribosomes. 70S ribosomes. So you have your DNA, you have your RNA, and you are able to see synthesis of its own protein. This point should be very clear. So protein synthesis is going to take place inside the chloroplast. Yes. So majority, not all the proteins, majority of the proteins, of their own proteins, are synthesized by its own machinery. Synthesized by their own. That's why people are calling the chloroplast also as, what people are calling it as, semi-autonomous organelle. So that's why people are calling it as what? Semi-autonomous organelle. Yes. So try to understand. So the chloroplast is able to synthesize their own proteins. Not all the proteins, majority of their proteins are going to be synthesized by its own. That's why people are calling it as semi-autonomous organelle. Semi-autonomous organelle. Another one. So the very, very important point you need to understand. So inside the matrix, the photosynthetic pigments. Yes, inside the matrix, the photosynthetic pigments are going to be absent. Yes, the photosynthetic pigments are completely absent in case of the light reaction. Yes, photosynthetic pigments are absent in the matrix. Yes, the photosynthetic pigments are absent in the stroma or matrix. That's why what is not going to take place inside the matrix? Light reaction is not going to take place inside the matrix. I'm not talking about inside the chloroplast. Light reaction is not going to take place inside the matrix. No pigments, no light reaction. So when pigments are absent, but what else is there? Means there is presence of enzymes. Yes. So one good example for the enzyme is Rubisco, and that's why due to the presence of enzymes in the matrix, this matrix is site for the light reaction or dark reaction. Your answer should be site for the dark reaction is matrix or stroma. Is this clear? Inside the chloroplast, everywhere you are not going to find the pigment. The pigments are not associated with the stroma or matrix. When pigments are not present, it has no ability to trap the light energy. When it has no ability to trap the light energy, it won't perform the light reaction. But instead of pigments, what else is there? There is a very important enzymes. One good example is Rubisco, and this Rubisco is involved in light reaction or dark reaction, right? Dark reaction, which is also nothing but carbon dioxide fixation. Is this clear? I hope you're understanding. The dark reaction is going to take place in the stroma or matrix, right? In the stroma, dark reaction occurs. Yes. So inside the stroma, pigments are present or absent. Pigments are absent. But what else is present? Enzymes are present. That's why it is going to be the site for the dark reaction. Is this clear? So can you please tell me what are the things that are present in the matrix? In the matrix, there is presence of circular double-stranded DNA. Yes, circular double-stranded DNA. In the matrix, there is presence of RNA. Yes, in the matrix, there is presence of RNA. And what are the three types of RNAs are present? 1. Messenger RNA. 2. Transverse RNA. 3. Ribosomal RNA. So this ribosomal RNA with some proteins gives you what ribosomes? 70S ribosomes. So along with that, what is also absent? Pigments are absent. No pigments, no light reaction. What else is there? Enzymes are present. When enzymes are present, it is going to be the site for the dark reaction, which is nothing but site for the dark reaction, nothing but carbon dioxide fixation. Now coming to the light reaction. So there are membranous structures are there. Can you see the membranous structure? So a coin-like structure. Yes, a coin-like structure. This coin-like structure, I'm just going to call this one as thylakoid. What are you going to call this one as? Thylakoid. Yes, the coin-like structure is thylakoid. Yes. Another one. You can see the stakings of the thylakoid. The stakings, yes, the thylakoid. The coin-like structures are going to stake one upon each other. And then I'm just going to call this one as granum. Granum is singular and grana is plural. Granum is singular and grana is plural. Yes, grana is plural. So many stakings are present here in the matrix. Yes, so many stakings are present in the matrix, and each staking is interconnected by, so here you can see each stakings are interconnected by stroma lamella or fret lamella. For now, try to understand. I'm going to write, so these interconnections, we call it as stroma lamella. What are you going to call it as? Stroma lamella. So my thing is, so now I need to talk about where does the pigments are present. Where does the pigments are present? The photosynthetic pigments. Yes, the photosynthetic. Yes, let me just go ahead. Yes, let me write here. The photosynthetic pigments, yes, the pigments are present in matrix. No, it is not going to be present in matrix. The photosynthetic pigments are present in the membranous structures. What is your answer? The pigments are present only in the membranous structure. Yes. What are the membranous structures? 1. Thylakoid. 2. Granum or grana. 3. Stroma lamella. So all these are going to be the membranous structure. So say that light reactions are going to take place in stroma or membranous structure. They're going to be present in the membranous structure, only in the membranous structure. What is the reason why they are going to occur in the membranous structure? Because the membranous structures are having the pigments. Tell me, what are the examples of the membranous structure? Thylakoid, granum, which is singular, grana, which is plural. So another one is stroma lamella. All these three are considered to be as membranous structures, and these membranous structures are the site for the light reaction. I hope you are understanding. If you find my video helpful for preparing the NEET 2026, don't forget to subscribe this channel, and I'm always yours, Sucharita.